Here's a sneaky choke you can hit from Turtle without anyone noticing. Now, when I have Turtle here, everyone's worried about their back, all right? They're a little bit worried about their neck, but in no-gi, they're not that worried about their neck here, okay? They're mostly worried about you jumping on their back and taking the back. So that's going to be their main focus. And I'm going to threaten that and use that against them. Then I'm going to lace this arm all the way around his neck. And you see how I've got my knee tucked in between his elbow and his knee on this side? I'm going to lace my arm on the far side of his neck, kind of like I'm going for a guillotine, but it's going to be more like an amalgamation of a guillotine and an arm triangle, okay? Once I've got him here, I'm going to punch through, my head's going to go over his head, and I'm going to fall to my hip, and I'm going to keep this knee that was under his, between his elbow and his knee, ramming his hip away. And then my other leg's going to go over his back, holding him in place. Once I'm here, I have to make sure I finish this correctly. The big mistake people make here is they treat it like a guillotine, and it doesn't work. Or they just try to squeeze, and that doesn't work, because his arm is in there protecting his neck. So what I need to do is make sure that I add pressure in a way that gets his neck. So I'm going to actually bring my head, he's sitting in and crunching in like a guillotine. I'm going to bring my head the opposite direction. I'm going to move his hips in the opposite direction. So I'm doing this like an opposite of a guillotine finish. Here. Everyone see how my shoulders moved away? It's a really strong finish if you get it down, but the mechanics are a little bit different than most chokes. You got to put some practice in. Follow me for more jiu-jitsu secrets.